All right, we're going to do two things. Me and Shelly are going to do a read for Skylar. And then after that, I'm going to do a healing tarot with Jean, and she is going to do the numerology piece. And if you want to throw in the a little bit of chakra piece, you can too, Shelly. Okay. All right, Skylar. What would you consider your life number?
I feel like 3.
Okay. Why 3? And here's Jean's a numerologist.
So I just see it all over the place. And I just get this sense of like love and safety when things come in 3s, or when I see 3s. Like I feel comforted in a way that I can't really explain. I have a pretty strong attachment to it, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. And isn't it, if you see repeated numbers just on signs here, you are supposed to really look at that number and see why. And they'll be repeated in the weirdest places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Skylar, what's your birthday and year?
August 2nd, 2001.
So your life path number is actually a 4.
Oh.
But you may have 3 showing up somewhere else in your numerology.
Okay, let's see what it is. All right, guys, let's give Skylar some good energy. Let's give her some healing energy. And me and Shelly can do your read. And we'll ask Jean for a little bit of numerology help too, okay? All right, let's get started. I went ahead and shuffled the cards really good today. So I'm going to go with 3. And your first card is the King of Wands. Okay. Second card is the King of Cups. Wow. There's another king pulling of them. The third card is the Emperor.
Wow.
Wow. Your fourth card is the Knight of Swords. Look at that card, everything in it, the motion forward. What do you feel from it? We'll talk about it, okay? The Sun.
I get that every time I have a reading done. Every single time.
Really?
Yes.
That's a beautiful card.
I love that card.
6 of Pentacles. The World. You're going to have a great read here, okay?
I'm excited.
That's amazing. Queen of Swords. Does she remind you of anyone?
I don't know.
Page of Pentacles. All right. You're royalty. All right. I'm going to go ahead and let you start, Shelly, with the first row. What do you see when you see the Knight of Wands? Or the King of Wands? Oh, you're muted, honey. You probably gave a really good answer, too.
My goodness. Okay. So when I see this card, I think of vision and you're sitting on your throne and you're good, you're royalty.
Yes. There's a lot in here, but when it comes in wands, it can be passion, it can be desire, it can be work. And if you're in the king of it, it shows he's in control. In the best of it, he's in control and ready to go in. What do you see when you see the King of Cups, Shelly?
So when I see the King of Cups, that's the emotional intelligence part. You've got that, and that's very clear. After meeting with you, Skylar, you definitely have that part of life completely 100% figured out.
So the person started to tell us, because when you hit the king of it, you're royalty and you're doing well. So you're doing well in the wands part of it. You're doing well in the emotions part of it when it comes to cups, handling your emotion or somebody else's. Then the emperor shows up. This is where, Skylar, I need you to look. Does it remind you of you or somebody else when you first look at the card?
I don't know. I feel like my grandma.
This one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you pull, Shelly.
So when you pulled that up, I wanted to answer for Skylar, because when I look at that card, Skylar, I look at some authoritarian figure in your life is what I was picking up right away.
Yeah.
The law, the one that kind of puts the down. And we all need that. We all need that person.
If they're in the best form, if they're doing with good intention. I'd like to comment on that one. The Emperor in numerology is a 4, which is structure. And you can see the structure of the architecture very strongly in that card.
To bring organization, maybe?
Organization, yes.
All right. In your 4th card, when the Knight of Swords comes in, I see it as charging into something. I see it as confidence. Yeah. And I see it as go with confidence. Be strong, because whatever it is, it's hard. So you take everything in you and you charge straight in.
Okay.
All right. When the sun pulls up in a read, it's always a positive. It's usually a change. Okay. What do you get, Shelly?
I love the sun card, and I feel like for Skylar, she's got so much inner light, and now it's time to have it on the outside.
Yes.
And the sun is a 10, which is the end of a phase and the beginning of a new one.
Okay.
I love that.
I love that too.
Look at 6 of Pentacles. When I see a 6 of Pentacles, I'm seeing money, I'm seeing stability, and I'm seeing you giving back. Because here, if you see the man giving back,
yeah.
And 6, it's starting to show stability, a place in your life where you're able to help others too, not just yourself.
Thank God.
That's great, because look what it's doing. It's a very good card. It's stability too, and the ability to give back, because we all know we save ourselves by helping others, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
The 6 is also stands for healing, and communication, and harmony.
When I see the world pop up, I love it. It's the end of a cycle and the start of a new one. Okay, so.
I was so happy to see that card pop up.
No, I was really happy to see this card in your read, because it's the end of the start cycle and you're going to start something new in a really good way. You're ready. Okay, you need to go into that cycle like the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, when I see swords, it's intellect, it's thoughts, and you have to have good control of them. Queen of Swords, she is confident in that. She is conquering that. And she's sitting in her throne with it, confident in the fact she can do it. What do you get, Shelly?
I don't think I could add anything better to that, because that's exactly what it is. You're getting to the place where you're gonna sit in your own power, and you have so much beautiful power within you.
Thank you.
Cards are great. All right, what is the message, Shelly?
What is that? The Page of Pentacles.
Mhm.
So when pages pop up, I always feel like you're onto something. And pentacles are usually have to do with money or physical stuff. And I think you're onto something. You're at the start and you're ready to, you're in that phase of trying to figure out what you're going to do.
The message, I think, is you're ready. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you get out of it, Skylar?
I really agree with that. Yeah. I've been really anxious about my health for a really long time. And neglected it for a really long time in addiction. And I think that resonated a lot. Like I'm just finally ready to deal with it. And I've begun to start that process, even though I was scared to. And I feel so much better already. So yeah.
The only cards that I've really been thinking, I think we have to break it down a little more, Shelly, when I saw the King of Cups and the King of Wands, right? So if you pull the best of those, you're pulling the best of your passion, your desire, your work, and the best of your emotions. And if you can temper it into being the emperor, not someone you don't want to be, but it's balance. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because both of those makes the balance to be an emperor. And I know you've seen some of your grandma on this, but then I kind of get that maybe you need some of that, for yourself. So you take these two together and you become the emperor in his best. He's strong, makes good decisions, fair and just. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
It is balance.
Okay. That makes sense to me a lot. Yeah.
So
More sense?
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
the chakra on the Emperor is going to be your root chakra,
Okay.
which I get that. That's your base one. Your
That's always closed for me. Always. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to read it back for you. Had to figure out the other two. The message. You're ready to start. There's a message coming in telling you you're ready to start. You need to go in like the Queen of Swords. She's intellectual. She's strong. She uses her mind. And she's in charge. You need to go in like that. Because the world is open up to you. Because your cycle is ended and a new one is changing.
Okay.
And it's going to be in that world where you're going to be able to give back all your gifts and all your talents that you have. And you find healing in that. And you find your way out through that too. Because you are like the sun. You have that inside of you. Trust yourself. Let it come through. Let the change happen. Because the Knight of Swords, you're charging in as the Knight of Swords. Because you have learned to be a fair, just person. Walking in this world, you need to be balanced with your emotions and your passions. And you need that balance in there. So you can hold balance in your life.
Wow. Yeah, that's That's spot on. Absolutely.
I've never had two your kings threw me off with an emperor. You know, it's like that. I've never had that. Did you like it?
I loved that. Thank you so much.
What'd you guys think? Hope? You're muted. She's probably saying something really, really good.
No, I was unmuting. I was trying to look something up. And give me a minute because I want to find it. I did a chakra webinar a few months back, and there's some information in there that I want to give you on the root chakra, that insight, awareness, whatever. But no, this is, I just love hearing this. I think it's beautiful. It's touching my heart in so many ways. I mean, I don't know your backstory. I know Shelly really well. Well, I hope I know Shelly. I feel like I'm getting to know Shelly really well. And I know when she connects with somebody, there is something soulful and spiritual in that. And for her to bring you here and do this and to be witnessing this. But I think what's amazing, so I did the math. You're what, 20, 21?
I'll be 21 in August. Yeah.
So you already have a background of chakras. You already had several tarot readings. You're already on this healing path and have so many amazing tools. And I'm like, wow, this is really cool to see, and everything that I'm hearing, I love. I'm super excited to be a part of this support for you as you move forward.
Thank you.
I was going to tell you, Skylar, so the world card that was in your reading, that's also the root chakra. And then the sun is your solar plexus.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Oh.
We're going to do the next one, and it's going to be for our Shelly.
May I comment on Skylar's?
Sure.
Skylar, I have two simple things you could do to keep your root chakra opened if you'd like to know them.
Yes.
Okay, the one is to be barefoot outside in the ground for maybe 5 minutes at a time at least. That allows all the spent energy to release from your body, and it also helps you ground. The other thing is just a simple foot massage. Just sit down and take your feet individually and massage them.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything? I'm sorry. Nolene, did you have anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
No, I'll shut up.
When I find my notes here, and maybe what I'll do, sorry, I'm looking for them. When I find them, if I don't find them before the call's ended, I'll send it to Shelly for her to somehow get to you, Skylar. It's just kind of a brief, it's kind of, you go deep into the psychotherapy and development of the chakra and where it starts, and usually in utero and at birth and things like that. So I thought maybe that would be some good information. Just, I don't know why, from what I'm hearing, I feel like it might be some powerful information for you to know about.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Good. All right. Part 2 of Healing with Tarot with Tina. This one's for Shelly. And like I said before, I don't want to get emotional, but I might. So I need all of you to help me. And Jean is going to do the numerology part. I'll do the healing part. And Hope, if you could throw in some of your stuff too as we go. Okay. And this is for Shelly. So, what's your life number, Shelly?
7 is always something that pops up for me.
7 is your personality number, Shelly.
Oh.
Your life number is 3.
Okay, so 3 is another number that I'm very drawn to 3 as
Have
well.
you been seeing 3s? Was that the number you were telling me you were seeing everywhere was 3s, or was it a different one?
That was Skylar.
Actually, Skylar and I've been both seeing the 313.
So what number should we do, everyone? Which number do you want?
I always do 7s.
Okay,
That's-
let's do 7s. All right. Queen of Wands. This is the evil eye thing. Renee brought it from me from Greece on her last adventure. Isn't that cool? It wards off the evil eye.
Hmm.
All right, 3 of Swords. Set the 4 of Swords. Can someone say that name? I never say it right.
The Hierophant.
Shelly, this might be the first time I've ever pulled this ever. Wow. Ten of Wands.
Did you say that was the 10 of Wands?
Yes.
Thank you.
And this one, it looks like it's a 4 of Swords. Ten of Cups. Six of Cups. The Hermit. Queen of Cups.
It's funny because I always get a ton of cups in my readings.
You got this one. 4 of Wands. All right. Queen of Wands coming in. The Queen, her passion, her desire. We should come in as the Queen. We're going to see why in the rest of the read, okay? When I see this one, it's a time when you have to lay down and rest. You don't even have a choice, okay? And it's usually because something did happen. So you're laying down. You know, swords are intellectual, okay?
That one makes a lot of sense for me.
This is saying, it might be us, I don't know. Someone in your life, it's a counselor, it's a teacher to help you. Does that make sense? What do you think?
I actually have tons of those people with me right now. I also think of
Counselor, teacher.
and the balance, the structure is another thing I think of with this card.
All right. When I see the 10 of Wands, work or whatever, all together, taking it in to cash in if it was a job, but you know what I mean? Taking your hard work somewhere. What do you get with the 10?
Yeah, collecting up the projects and moving on to something new.
But it was hard. It was hard. It was a celebration of life because of the memories in the past. When you see this card, It's usually family in childhood. So, in the celebration of life, about family, even though as hard as it is, we still need to understand it. So you have to become a hermit. Hope you did, because you need your strength. And you need to focus on yourself. Just yourself. Your healing. Okay? Because with that, and being a hermit, the Queen of Cups comes in, and that is you showing your emotions. And I felt some of your emotions. Those emotions that you had to do, you had to face one of the hardest things a person is ever called to do. And in comes the Queen of Cups and gives you that strength and gives you that royalty, because that's who you are. And it shows you're going to come through this, Shelly. You're going to come through this through support, through taking care of yourself, and find that balance in your life. Because we got this life, Shelly. And that's why I really wanted to connect with you. You need to forgive whatever. And we're going to talk about it later, okay? Because in your life, there's a great future. There's balance, there's happiness, there's harmony for you. What is the numerology on that one?
On the Four of Wands, it's stability and safety and comfort of the home. And 4, let's see, your heart's desire, Shelly, is a 4. And so those attributes are something that are very dear to you.
Hope, what do you got?
A lot of emotion. I just think wisdom, no. Emotion, yeah. Shelly, I don't know, and this isn't me offering anything, but I have, and maybe I've told you about her, but all I can think about is needing to connect you with my friend Nicole. Did I tell you about Nicole? I can't remember if I did. She went through what you're going through about in August of COVID. And she switched from a very strict religious path to now a very enlightened spiritual path. And part of that is because of her change of perspective after her loss. And all I can think about as Tina was reading this was she's sharing a lot on Facebook, and she actually just wrote a book. I'm editing it right now. And all I can think about is these messages that I've been reading the last 2 weeks. And just knowing you and your path in your journey, and what Tina said, that you still have a lot of living to do. And every time I spend time with you, I keep thinking that. I'm like, you are going to be changing lives. I have no doubt about that. With, call it your experience, you're mixed with your purpose, mixed with your heart and your gifts. I just really feel that. And as I'm reading Nicole's book, I just can't help but feel like I really need to connect you two. So that's what's coming across for me.
All right,
Nothing I have
read
to
it
offer,
back.
but something my friend Nicole has to offer.
I'm going to read it back, and then we'll have knowing talk. In your future, for you, is a happy life again, a balanced life. Forgiving ourselves, forgiving others, finding that balance. I'm going to help you get there. I know where you're at. I know what you're talking about, okay? And I'm not going to let you waste 10 years like I did. Life is short, and we're going to enjoy it, okay? Your strength shows in your emotions and the things that you had to face. You did. And I had to go back into seclusion to find strength. And don't ever forget to go back there when you need to, where it's quiet, where you can heal. Okay? Don't ever forget to go back. Because the memories of family, and we have to remember to celebrate their lives. Okay? We need to celebrate their lives. Because everything we worked for, and the people in our lives, and the things that happen to us that make us lay down, even when we don't want to, we can handle it because you are the Queen of Wands. Take that strength and take everything from that, Shelly. Okay? We, as your sisters, are going to help you through that. And I am so glad we met. Okay?
Me too.
Nolene, you got anything to say?
Oh, it hit me. When she laid out the second card, it was like you punched me in the chest. You did, Shelly. Are you stuck there? Because it was just like boom, and it was like, oh my God, I wanted to cry and just hug you. You know, it was just like you were laying there and you're just like waiting for these swords to drop on top of you. And it's like, no, you just gotta roll away. You know, that's all you gotta do. You're gonna be okay. It is like,
So, Nolene, I have to tell you about that card. That card, there in back in history, they used to go to what we would call the funeral homes before war and lay in a coffin to ground themselves, not knowing if they would come back from war or not. So when I see that card, yeah, it's kind of creepy, but I think of it as just that time where you just have to retreat and lay there and think how to move forward. We're
Kind
gonna
of
have
like the cocoon, that analogy about the butterfly, that cocoon. And when you're in the cocoon, and it's painful, it's so painful. But and what goes on as you're waiting is so uncomfortable and awkward that what comes out at the end is beauty.
Jean, do you have anything for her?
Yes, two things. On that Four of Swords, my take is that it's replenishing a connection with your higher self by exercising patience and self-control, and it will result in a better position ahead of time. The other that was the Six of Cups. Putting that with your birthday, I'm seeing that you have a real potential to use your voice for healing yourself and others, either with singing or chanting.
singing or
That
chanting.
resonate with you at all?
I'm a horrible singer, but I tend to. But the one thing I absolutely love that just speaks to my soul is native drums. I love native drums.
Well, there you are.
See, I'm going to try to meditate more after the primaries are done. I want to meditate and try to, and stay in a more. I'm going to work on that. That's meditation and yoga is the two things.
You could do 5 minutes now every day.
Yeah.
Shelly, when I'm there in July, I can do some chanting with you. I have some yoga we can do with chanting.
That would be awesome. I told Becky that about July, and I'm trying to talk her into coming because I finally remembered to ask. It's Patty Bell who your mom needs to contact. Patty Bell.
My
Do you know?
mom?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
For
finish
energy.
this recording, guys. Tyler, what do you have for Shelly?
When that celebration of life card came up, that hit me pretty hard too. and just, yeah, the message that you need to just keep going and just focus on your own healing and living your own life and doing things that make you happy, because I know that's what she would want. I can feel that that's what she wants. I don't think she wants any of us to feel the way that we feel sometimes. But no, I could tangibly feel how much emotion was in that reading, and I'm so glad that you got to do that, and I can see a lot of healing coming out of that for you.
All right. I want you guys to stay on if you want to talk for a few minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and end this recording. I want to thank everyone for joining. This is Tarot with Tina. I'll see you next time.